Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of your last week of remote learning and the school year. It's over. The time has come for you guys to become 6th graders. Anyways, so yesterday in day 1, you should have read an introduction in the text about how the tension is growing between the Soviet Union and the USA. There was a lot of fear spreading during that time about a possible nuclear war. Our first vocabulary word, same one, we did it last week, we're going to do it again. Nuclear. Or is it nuclear? 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 Nuclear. Nuclear? Nuclear. Anyways, it's a difficult word to learn how to say. Nuclear. Nuclear. Yeah, I think it's nuclear. That's it. Okay. Nuclear. So when we use that word nuclear, it's an adjective. We're describing the type of war that they were fearing, the type of bombs that were being used during that time. And it really just means that it was powered by like massive energy that comes from nuclear fission. Lots of science going on here. So when I think of a nuclear bomb or nuclear war, this is the image that goes in my head. A massive bomb, a massive explosion with really strong, powerful energy. It is pretty scary. Ugh. Okay, next vocabulary word. Your second word is immense. This is an adjective just to describe something that is large in size and something that is large in amount. A nuclear bomb would cause an immense explosion. In the text, I think it uses it as it produces immense amounts of heat. So a lot of heat. Those bombs, it's hot in here. I can't handle it. This break we've had from school has been immense. We've had an immense amount of time away from you kids, and I'm tired of it. Immense. Okay, moving on. Our next word is gonna be, we have two words that use the same prefix of pre, meaning before. Our first word is going to be prevent. So when you prevent something, you're acting in anticipation of it. Pre meaning before, and then the event or the vent that you see there, that root word comes from to come. So before it comes. Or before it goes. We want to prevent it, okay? We prevent it from happening. So in the text, they talk about how they position themselves, where they covered their head and their neck and their face to prevent from getting burn on their face. Our second pre-word is prepare. The act of preparing. Prepare is the act of preparing. You're getting something ready. Before something happens, you need to get things ready before it happens. In the text, it says a lot of these things that they're doing, the duck and cover drills, were to see if students were prepared at any moment. So the students are being prepared for if a nuclear bomb was to come and hit them at school. They're prepared because they have practiced their drills and they know how to duck and cover. So in today's text, they're talking about all the fear that's spreading during this time of nuclear war and the different things that they did to prepare. One of the things that they're going to go into more detail in the text is the duck and cover drills. Let's see how some of your teachers would do in a duck and cover drill. Alright guys, so I want to give you guys a little more context about what was going on and why or how the USA's fear is being impacted by what's going on during the Cold War. One of the first things that happens that kind of starts all of the whole Cold War, which we didn't touch on, is that the Soviet Union has a belief called communism. And this belief is spreading, and this is something the USA does not like. They don't like the beliefs of communism, and they don't want that in this country. The USA wants to prevent the spread of communism. So this started some fear, and it created tension between the USA and the Soviet Union. So first we've got communism. Second, what we talked about in the space race and the Hidden Figures text was that the Soviet Union launches Sputnik. Now, why was this scary? This was scary for the United States because the fact that the Soviet Union can launch missiles or satellites into space gave them the fear that the Soviet Union has the power to launch a missile from the Soviet Union, which is basically like current day Russia, all the way to the United States. Now, one of the next things that happens that's also, I don't think it's really in the text, but this is why we're trying to give you some background knowledge, is that first the United States had created an atomic bomb. Well, now both countries have the intelligence to create hydrogen bombs, which are way more explosive and have way more energy than an atomic bomb. So these are the kind of events that led to the United States having a growing fear and the tension of that nuclear war and nuclear fallout between these two countries. Is going to go to this last one. Preparing for possible nuclear war. Their fear is impacted, the USA is scared, and now they're preparing for the worst possible thing that could happen, a nuclear war. And that's our flow map in a nutshell.